got another one. Ha! I mean, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm still grinding, I'm still hungry, hungrier than ever. I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible.
Tonight, from Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And here comes the winner of the last two NFL MVP awards, Aaron Rodgers, as he brings his Packers out for their first series of the game.
Even as he nears age 40, Aaron Rodgers' game isn't taking a single backward step. He became only the fourth player to win back-to-back MVP awards and led Green Bay to its third straight 13-win season. He avoids turnovers better than anyone in football at the quarterback position. And Green Bay, they are always a front runner with him under center.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. An inside give to Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Rodgers. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. On the return, here comes Lewis. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
Well, here come the Bills, and you don't have to look hard to find their 5th-year star QB, taken 7th overall back in 2018, Josh Allen.
Buffalo gave Allen the most guaranteed money in league history before the start of last season, and boy, did he justify it by playing at an elite level once again, taking the Bills to 11 wins and another division title. Along the way, he threw for over 4,400 yards again and ran for 760 with 42 total touchdowns for a top-5 offense. They were knocked out in an overtime thriller against Kansas City in the playoffs, and they will be one of the favorites to win the AFC this season.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Rodgers now on 1st down.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line.
Now Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Allen off the play fake. Steps away. This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. 22 yards there, a first down. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen rolling to his left. He finds his man. That's Sweeney. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 12 more yards there and another first down. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Isaiah McKenzie, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bills have... Down in front. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Amari Rodgers to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And again, it's Rodgers. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On third down, here's Jones.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on first down. Buying time to his left.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Rodgers. Flushed out right.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This from 54 yards away. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far and certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Taken in at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Allen.
There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant.
And Stephon Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 65 yards. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone.
Bass on for the extra point.
And this this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short...
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Singletary will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And it's 21-3. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
Now the Packers get set to go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work there. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Devin Singletary's in his 4th year in Buffalo, and he's coming off career best in carries and yards, and he's hoping that 2022 is the year that Buffalo runs him to his first 1,000-yard season.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. Touchdown!
Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Packers offense set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3-and-out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
And taken at the 46. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. On play action, Allen out to his left.
And this one nearly picked off. Yeah, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Allen. forced out to his left. And bringing it in, it's Davis. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bills just continue to roll. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Eluding the pressure right. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And Oliver breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, he's got to hook up to Lazard. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Slant route, he's got Dobbs. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Gregory Rousseau,
his 2nd sack of the night. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
and the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Singletary to get the drive started. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. Oh, the spin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.